In today's video, I wanted to break down what I believe is the most important thing you should be focusing on as a real estate agent. It's the one thing that's going to allow you to see consistent results in your business, to see compounding effect, and allow you to hit all of the goals you've set up. And what that is understanding the importance of your database. So in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is breaking down exactly how you can build a database, how you can use it, how you can nurture it, and understanding the only asset you own as a real estate agent is your database. Think about it. If your brokerage closes down, if your boss fires you, if you want to move to a different agency, whatever it may be, the only thing you can take with you, the only asset you own is a database. A list of all of the people you've spoken to, a list of all of the people you've worked with, and a database of all of the leads you've generated. So by the end of this video, the biggest takeaways you are going to learn is understanding how to build your database, what you should be doing on a daily basis to build it, and how to cultivate your database in order for you to get consistent results and close more deals. So really and truly, everybody has one or two problems. They have not enough people in their database, or they're not following up with those people in a way that gets them to like you more. As funny as this may sound, the mindset you need to have, especially if you're a new real estate agent, needs to be on the way to building a millionaire database. I happen to sell some homes along the way, versus selling houses and then thinking, oh yeah, I guess I need to put this person in my database. If you don't have anyone inside your database, what you should be doing is lead generation activities to fill it up. And once it's filled up, then you should start the lead nurturing campaigns. The goal is not to make the sale, but to consistently add people to your database and build a service and value-driven relationships with them. So I'm going to say this again, stop trying to sell and ignoring every other lead that is not ready to buy or go on an appointment with you today. If you have the right systems in place, statistically, you will be a millionaire real estate agent. If and only if you are cultivating your database and working on it every single day. Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be breaking down the Millionaire Real Estate Agent database. And what we're going to be covering is why most real estate agents fail, how much is your list actually worth, the KPIs you need to understand, how to track your conversions, and how you can build a predictable system. Now the first thing we're going to cover is you need to really understand your database is your business. Your database is your business, right? As a real estate agent, it's the only asset you own. The only thing of value you actually have, the only asset you own is your database. And I want to read you a passage by Gary Keller, who wrote the book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And what he says is that building up the number of names in it and the relationship with those names is really at the very core of what building a real estate business is all about. Think about it this way. The size of your real estate sales business will be a direct proportion to the size and quality of your database. The first things first is why real estate agents fail. The first thing is that they fail to set a big goal and an action plan on how to reach it. The second thing is that they fail to time block their day for lead generation and prospecting. And the third thing is that they do not understand that all business is database driven. They do not understand that all business is database driven. Whether you own a restaurant, a toy shop, a gym, a real estate agency, whatever it may be. In order for you to hit your goals in any business that you own, there is a set number of people that you need to be in contact with in order for you to actually achieve the results you want to reach. And the way you achieve your goals is by understanding this is what your database is for. What the aim is to do is to have a relationship with all of the leads inside my database for them to regularly use my services and send referrals, right? So an example in real estate would be, let's say a past client every 8 to 10 years uses you to buy or sell a new home. And every one of those clients refers one lead every single year. I can now go back and reverse engineer all of my goals to say, I would need X amount of clients to be able to hit my targets, right? But if I didn't have these systems in place to follow up and nurture and be in constant relationships and be in constant communication with my list, then these numbers are never going to work. On average, if a real estate agent has between 4,000 to 6,000 leads in their database that they are actively working on, based on standards and low conversion rates, you will be a millionaire real estate agent. So if you know these are your numbers, then you know exactly what you should be doing on a daily basis to actually get there. Your only goal every single morning, every single day, and your primary focus needs to be, how am I going to be able to generate leads, to fill up my database, to nurture those leads into sales? Because not all the leads you are going to be generating are going to turn into sales instantly. And the whole process here is building up the database to be able to nurture those leads into actual sales. If you want to hit your goals, if your primary focus is not this, you will never be successful in hitting your targets, and you'll get caught up in going on viewings and going on appointments and forgetting what the long-term plan is. As funny as this may sound, the mindset you need to have, especially if you're a new real estate agent, needs to be on the way to building a millionaire database. I happen to sell some homes along the way, versus selling houses and then thinking, oh yeah, I guess I need to put this person in my database. The mindset and the focus needs to be on the database, not on just selling homes. And look, the research is clear. Top agents have about 3 to 4 main lead generation activities and 3 to 4 minor ones. And the database is always the number one, accounting for at least 50% of their business. So think about this again, right? Everyone who is successful as a real estate agent focuses on one thing, which is building up their database. Not running ads, getting leads and going appointments. It's building up the database to be able to do those things, but in a systematic approach, right? It's not the million things they do that make them rich. They have one primary thing and a few secondary things that drives 80 to 90% of their business. The challenge people have in their life is they're leading a complex life. They believe that success is complicated and endorses the idea of complexity instead of actually simplifying it down to a simple thing that makes all the dominoes fall. What is the one thing I can do today to be able to help you reach my goals and hit my targets? And that is always building up your database and actually working on your database. And as simple as it sounds, success is on the other side of boredom. Most business owners aren't willing to get bored, right? And success is found in the constant repetition of doing these things over and over again, which is not complicated, but it's quite boring. And one of the most important things I want to drive home today is that following up is crucial, because a database doesn't mean just having a phone book, right? You can have 1 million leads in your database, but if you have no systems to actually contact those leads and nurture them into sales, then it's useless. So there's one thing, building a database, but there's another thing, which is cultivating, which is the whole point of this chapter, which is how to nurture your leads into sales. Database is the people you follow up with frequently and intensely, always providing value. It's not following up and saying, let's go on an appointment, let's go on a viewing, let's try and make a sale. No, it's following up, providing value, understanding where they're at, thinking about what their pain points are, understanding how you can provide value and taking away those certain pain points that they currently have. And also understanding that the highest commission leads are the ones through referrals. Referrals and past clients are the most loyal leads that you have, and they pay the highest commissions. Your database is most likely your superpower because it pays you most per deal and provides the most loyalty. So think about all of the people that you've sold to. What are you doing on a monthly basis to keep in touch with those leads? Are you still building relationships? Or have you said, I sold that property, they're going to come back to me in 3 years when they want to buy a home? No, they're never going to be able to come back to you because they don't really care about you. They care about what their goal is to buy a new home. And if you're not there, always top of mind, always providing value, always keeping those relationships healthy, they're never going to use you. So understanding that without a database, you will not be able to have regular follow-ups with past clients to solve this problem. So really and truly, everybody has one or two problems. They have not enough people in their database, or they're not following up with those people in a way that gets them to like you more. Right? People do business with people that they like. So if you're not providing value and leading with value and sort of building relationships, it's never going to work for you. Again, your database is your only asset. You need to protect it, you need to nurture it, you need to grow it, you need to feed it and take care of it every single day. It's the only asset you own. And when you think about why real estate agents fail, it's because they fail to understand the basis of all great businesses is the database. So by knowing your customer and providing value to them daily, you find the passion in the industry, not in just doing deals. Your passion is in actually helping people. Your mindset is, how can I help the people in my database? How can I provide value? Not just, how can I sell them some shit? This is it. What you need to be doing is time blocking your schedule to work on your database, whether it's through lead generation or to follow up. If you don't have anyone inside your database, what you should be doing is lead generation activities to fill it up. And once it's filled up, then you should start the lead nurturing campaigns. The goal is not to make the sale, but to consistently add people to your database and build a service and value-driven relationships with them. So I'm going to say this again. Stop trying to sell and ignoring every other lead that is not ready to buy or go on an appointment with you today. Set a daily goal to grow your business by a specific amount of number, plus also a specific amount of reach outs. Remember, it's not the size of your database only, it's how you are actually contacting those leads and building relationships. So what I'm going to do now is break down some simple business maths for you to understand how easy it is to actually hit your goals if you have the right systems in place and you understand what you need to be doing on a daily basis. So think about it like this. Imagine you have to add 3 leads to your database a day. 3 leads a day means 15 leads a week. 15 leads in your database a week means 60 leads a month. 60 leads a month means 720 leads in a year. 720 leads a year is equal to 1,440 in 2 years, and 1,440 in 2 years is equal to 5,760 in 4 years. If you have the right systems in place, statistically, you will be a millionaire real estate agent. If and only if you are cultivating your database and working on it every single day, right? Because it's useless having 5,000 leads in your database if you are not actually doing anything with them and building relationships with them. And that's it. 3 leads a day is all you need to become a millionaire within the next 4 years. Simple. Once you understand it in this way, everything else becomes easy. Your one thing every single day needs to be your database, cultivating, nurturing, and building it up. The skill here is mastering time blocking for lead generation and building up your database, right? Everything else can be delegated. The key to sustaining success is knowing the handful of things that will determine it and focusing on them. Right? All of your effort needs to be focused on database building and cultivating it. The number one mistake that causes agents to fail is not having a database and not trying to build it. Constantly blaming the market, constantly making excuses, and not understanding what they should be doing on a daily basis. I understand that like most personalities are not naturally lead generating. They don't want to focus on like running ads and contacting all of these and bugging people and sort of cold calling, whatever it may be, but you must do it well enough to delegate it later. The part of freedom involves in doing what you don't like initially to delegate it later because you know how it works and you can train people to do it for you. And finally, building a database is essential for future planning and exit strategies, right? A precise functioning business with a solid database is valuable to future agents or partners. Protect it and nurture it on a daily basis. It's the most valuable asset you own. If you want to go to a different agency, if your company goes bust, whatever it may be, the database is something that you always own and can take with you. So make it part of your business plan and what you should be focusing on a daily basis to actually make it work. The consistency of this will help you build your database and achieve your goals. Now, I hope you got value from this video and understood the importance of actually building up your database and using it. And what we're going to be discussing next is how to actually build out these systems and how to create your lead nurturing campaign. So thanks for watching.